Do you want to start embroidering custom hats like these ones? My name is Daisy, and today I'm going to show you how I customize this hat using my 10 needle SmartStitch embroidery machine. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Once we have removed the flat hoop support, we're going to install the cap frame or cap attachment. This accessory has side locks that prevent it from moving when it is stored or when we are not using it. I recommend always keeping it locked, as this protects the rotating mechanism and prevents unnecessary movements. For now, we're going to leave it locked, and we will unlock it later when we are securing the accessory and, of course, when we are ready to mount the cap. This cap frame will be aligned with the 3 holes where we will secure it using screws. Using the 3 screws included with the machine, we place it in position. For now, we will only tighten them slightly. We will not fully tighten them yet. Now, I want to show you the back part. Do you see those 2 white points that slightly stick out? Using the 2 side levers, we're going to secure the frame. Once the levers are adjusted, we check that these white points are perfectly aligned in their respective slots. When everything is correctly aligned, we can now fully tighten the 3 screws. Now we move the front locking tabs forward to remove the safety lock. We now have the cap frame installed. So let's prepare our cap for embroidery. This is the crown where we are going to place the cap. For this, we will use this preparation base that comes included with the machine. I have it firmly attached to the table for greater comfort while working. First, we place the hoop or crown. Make sure it is tightly secured. Then we add the stabilizer. I'm going to link it in the description. In my case, I usually use 3 layers of tear-away stabilizer. Since these caps are relatively thin, I sometimes use up to 4 layers for better results. If you are working with thicker caps, 1 layer may be enough. It all depends on the material and structure of the cap. Unfold the trim, then we place the cap over the crown, making sure the center seam is perfectly aligned with the center guide. Then we adjust the securing band over the front seam. We place the side lock, but we still do not fully tighten it because first we need to make sure the band is aligned with the seam. Next, we lower the alignment lever to verify that the cap is perfectly centered. Once we are satisfied with the position, we fully tighten the securing band. To finish, we place the clips on the bottom part of the cap. This helps keep the fabric tightly stretched and prevents wrinkles or shifting during embroidery. And this is how a properly prepared cap should look, with the stabilizer in place and the fabric well tensioned. Now we're going to mount it on the machine. We place it slightly at an angle and then straighten it into its final position. Look, these guides must fit perfectly into the machine frame. We press both sides until we hear a click, and that's it. The cap is now installed and ready to begin embroidery. Now let's move to the screen to select the design we're going to use for this embroidery. We press the folder icon with the flower, and here we will find the design gallery stored in the machine. We can also use the design stored on a USB drive. To do this, simply connect the USB drive and press this icon. All the signs stored on it will appear. In my case, I'm going to go back because I will use a design already stored in the system. I select this design, press the flower icon and then the arrow to load it. Now we select the hoop. To do this, we press the Move Frame icon, then select Hoop. In this case, I will choose number 5, which corresponds to the cap frame. Press the green arrow, and as you can see, the frame will automatically begin to position itself. The light is now centered on the cap, but we're going to make an additional adjustment. We go back to the screen and select needle number 1. The needle will move exactly to the center of the design, which helps us verify that everything is properly aligned. If necessary, we can move the design using these arrows to adjust it up, down, left, or right until it's exactly where we want it to be embroidered. One feature I really like is design framing. To use it, we press Design Outline, we select the flower, and watch as the machine traces the outline of the design. This allows us to confirm that the embroidery will be centered and within the desired area before we start stitching. It is an excellent way to avoid mistakes and ensure everything is perfectly aligned. Once we are satisfied with the position of the design, we return to the main screen using the back arrow. Now we're going to assign thread colors. We press the color palette icon and select each color one by one. First, we select the section of the design we want to change, and then we choose the corresponding color for the spools installed in the machine. The colors shown at the bottom represent the thread spools currently loaded in my machine. For this design, I'm going to use these specific colors, but you can choose the combination you like best for your projects. Once all the colors are selected, we press the green arrow to save the changes. Now we verify that the bottom right corner shows ready. When we see that indication, it means the machine is ready to begin. If it is not ready, we press that icon until it says ready. Press start and we will watch it embroider. Don't worry if this is your first time preparing a cap for embroidery. It might seem a bit complicated at first, but after doing it a couple of times, the process becomes much easier and faster. For me, this is like the third time. I'm still learning. I know that day by day I will continue to learn much more, but I wanted to share what I have learned so far with you. As you can see, the machine is doing an excellent job. Something important I want to mention is that the quality of embroidery does not depend only on the machine. It also depends a lot on the quality of the digitized design. The final result is usually much cleaner and more professional. This embroidery turned out very beautiful, and I love the colors I chose for this cap. Once finished, there might be some loose threads, but that is completely normal. We simply remove them with small scissors and the finish looks perfect. I also want to show you this other example. This was one of the first caps I embroidered with my logo, and I was very surprised by the result. It looks very professional, and I am very happy with how it turned out. In fact, this was only my second cap embroidery using this machine. Look at these other examples I have made after that. each project has helped me gain more confidence and experience, and I truly love how the results keep improving. I am very happy because I have now learned how to embroider caps with my SmartStitch 10 needle machine. I wanted to share this experience with you so that you can do it too. If you do not yet have an embroidery machine and would like to get started, I will leave the link to this machine in the description of this video. And if you want to keep learning, I invite you to watch my other tutorials where I share the unboxing, initial setup, my first test, and other embroidery projects made with this machine. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.